Hello and welcome to another edition, episode 67 of the Are You Ready Wrestling podcast here on the Full City Radio. This week I'm Luke and I'm going to kick off the podcast by talking about CM Punk yet again being world champion.
Hi, I'm Jack. For my segment this week, I'll be talking Tiffany time is over.
How have we all been, Jack? Feels like a good couple of weeks since I last done one of these.
It's been a lot of stuff's happened in the wrestling world.
A lot. We'll try and cover the major things today.
Cover a few things.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'd rather not answer that question, Jack.
Yeah.
I'd rather not answer that question. I'm sure the listeners will come to understand how I'm feeling as the episode goes on, or if they've seen a little video online, they might have an indication of how I'm feeling at the moment. But I'm on top of the world for one reason and one reason only.
Yes.
I get to sit in the studio with you again. And there's no Curtis.
Brilliant.
To go on a rant and tirade.
He's away. He's off on a hiatus, I think.
Yeah, he's off. He can't get a train, I think, is what he's saying today. So hopefully he's back with us next week as we look towards Survivor Series War Games.
It's coming round fast, very fast.
And I don't have any indication of what the match could be at all. Ever since Seth's injury, I just don't know where they're going to go with it.
Yeah, he's been out. He's out now for 6 months. He confirmed it a few weeks ago.
In the week on Good Morning Football in America, which is the American NFL show.
He was dressed as a bear, I think.
For Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
Because he supports the Chicago Bears, so makes sense, I suppose. But get well soon, Seth. And Seth was World Heavyweight Champion. He did have to vacate it. We think it's because of the coast-to-coast he attempted on Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel. WWE is saying it's because of the attack from Braun and Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, not Braun and Bronson Reed. One man's misfortune is another man's gain. That man's gain is the best in the world. CM Punk, Jack.
CM Punk, yes.
What happened?
Well, after a bit of a slow start to the match, in my opinion. But it definitely picked up towards the end. The pace was insane towards the end. People, they were trying each other's moves. I think CM Punk hit Jay with a spear at one point. And yeah,
he was mimicking Jay with a spear. Which was a really poor attempt at a normal spear, but Punk was imitating Jay.
Such a masterclass between the two. I particularly liked it in the way that CM Punk paid tribute to his sadly passed away trainer from UFC. That was a nice moment for him in general, and which led him to hit the GTS for the win, and it's all important.
And new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the best in the world, is on top of the world. I thought that was a really great line by Michael Cole yesterday.
It is.
CM Punk is yet again World Champion. And it's already lasted longer than his last world title reign. I mean, what was that? All of 5 minutes at SummerSlam before Seth eventually cashed in. But it just feels... breath
of fresh air.
All is right in the world. CM Punk is World Champion. And yeah, I think that this could allow for some new feuds that we probably haven't seen, because it feels like for 2025 Punk's been feuding with Seth in some way, shape or form. Obviously it ultimately led to the return of AJ Lee, and they had a match at WrestlePalooza, and
she hasn't been seen since, unfortunately.
She hasn't. She was watching from home though yesterday with Larry the dog, so
prior commitments, I think she's all booked up, I think.
I don't know, but let's get into this match. Let's start at the beginning, because we knew that Punk was going to ultimately challenge Seth Rollins to begin with. When Seth
was champion.
Punk won a triple threat match at the Raw in Australia the day after Crown Jewel to become number one contender at Saturday night's main event. So we always knew that Punk was going to be in this match, but then we didn't know the status of Seth, and when Seth was injured, they had the Battle Royale, which led to Jey Uso being the other number one contender.
There was a lot of backlash from Jey winning, unfortunately.
That's where I want to start. How do you feel about that?
It's very, very, very strange because he's somehow still very over with the fans, which is a really nice thing to still say in this current climate of wrestlers being somehow over and then still getting hate.
Sami Zayn, for example.
A certain fan base. But yeah, it's I think it's amassed a staggering amount of dislikes on YouTube.
Do you see why?
I think I do. Yeah, there was one point. It was obviously another person that was participating in the battle royal was LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was one among many. One of the favourites to win, apparently, and go on and challenge.
But
Punk.
Knowing the result now, knowing that CM Punk was going to win the world title, does it make sense that it's Jey Uso? Because over the past couple of weeks that Jey's kind of not being the eating baby face that we've seen him over the past couple of months, and we've come to know with Jey Uso, he's kind of showing a bit more of a heel side to him.
He's teasing something. He is.
Do you think that ultimately plays into the decision to have Jey Uso win, even if it doesn't? If ultimately it didn't need to hit the title?
I think he ends up becoming conflicted over his loss and sort of goes on a sort of tear between everyone since.
Does that involve his brother?
Could potentially involve his brother, but I think the feud between them is pretty much been done.
I mean, to be fair, it can't be worse than their match at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah, true.
It can't be worse than that. Do you? Because they announced Cena's final opponent tournament. Do you think we could see Jey Uso win that, even if he doesn't win it?
I could see him being in it, but he won't win. As my feelings have been quite clear on this podcast of who I hope it is, but we'll get into that.
We'll get into that a little bit later. I mean, I'd love to have Curtis here to talk about his thoughts and feelings towards Jey Uso, considering he's been his number one fan for the entirety of 2025 and 2024.
I think as soon as he started doing the yeet thing, I think he was.
Is that why he's secretly not here? Because he knew that Jey Uso was going to win. If Jey Uso won, I can see Curtis saying, "Oh, boys, I'm coming in today." I could have seen that happening. So. Because the other aspect of Jey Uso winning the Battle Royale was the fact that Braun and Bronson wasn't in the match.
Yeah.
They were removed by Adam Pearce.
Which is weird, because Braun Breaker was hot all of a sudden for like the first couple of days after Seth, or a couple of days, even months before Seth vacated the title, and they've sort of gone sort of cold on him at the moment, which is the thing I've realised lately. But he's a bona fide title winner in my eyes anyway.
Do you see him ultimately being the one to dethrone CM Punk when CM Punk's title reign does end? I
actually could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, yeah, that's the more logical move to play.
What would you like to see next for Punk?
There's not really there's a couple of feuds I would like to see.
Go on.
The one that jumps out straight away is Sami Zayn, possibly. Even though I know he's
Zayn's on
SmackDown. With the whole brand stuff now, I think anyone could really pop up anywhere. I hope.
Me
It's
too.
my hope anyway.
Yeah.
Because I swear they've done it before with superstars they've had from other brands challenge for world titles, but on the Raw side, who is on Raw actually?
Gunther, AJ
Gunther
Styles, Dominic Mysterio when he loses his belt.
Yeah, I think Dom will be up there after he's lost the title.
Yeah.
Because he's still double champion at the moment. I think
he is for now.
For now.
I think he could drop that belt to the greatest of all time. I have a sneaky feeling. I think it could be at Survivor Series.
Oof.
Talking of Survivor Series,
yes,
I feel like obviously the creative plans shifted massively for Saturday night's main event because of the Seth injury, etc., etc. Fightful reported yesterday Jey Uso wasn't even supposed to be there last night.
Wow.
He was supposed to be booked for the for Saturday night's main event. He was only there because Seth got injured. And there were theories online or reports saying that Austin Theory would return here and he would cost Punk the world title, and that would ultimately lead towards War Games.
Yeah, those theories were prominent for a while.
As we sit here on the 2nd of November 2025, less than a month to go until War Games, your 5 baby faces, please, Jack.
Ooh.
I'm going to write these down as well.
Right. CM Punk.
Yep.
Ooh. I'd go to the heel team. Braun and Bronson involved somehow. Roman, potentially.
Heel or babyface?
Babyface.
Yep.
And possibly Jimmy.
Heel or babyface?
Heel.
Heel Jimmy Uso? How does he get to a heel? Who does he turn on? Does he turn on Jay? Does he see through Jay's anger? Does he?
I think he sees through Jay's sort of anger from being technically second best for the first time in a while.
Okay. So Jay gets turned on by Jimmy.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
There's a potential avenue they could go down.
Interesting. Do you still think Austin Theory could be in this match? I mean, we haven't seen him in months. When we did, he was in a tag team with Grayson Waller that was barely featured on TV. Now, yeah, what do you think? Do you think we can see Austin Theory?
The more I think about it, the one that I think you said previously on the podcast, is it Ethan Page?
All Ego. Yeah, I think we could see All Ego Ethan Page. I think ultimately
join the group, maybe.
He's doing some really good stuff in NXT. Does he lose the North American title? I don't know. Could he be involved in Cena's final match tournament and get involved that way? I don't know. But with less than a month to go until the event, I think we'll get the announcement shortly on War Games.
Yeah.
I mean, as we say, they've had to
weeks, I think.
They've had to shift gear on this because of the injury to Seth. Because you can imagine it'd be Seth, Braun and Bronson on one side.
Yeah.
Maybe Brock Lesnar, I think we could still see involved. Especially after he was involved in the promo video for WrestleMania 42 in the week.
That was a very weird promo video.
That was very weird.
Because a lot of fans were saying that they were teasing something, returning.
Yeah, I thought it was like a Gunther return. It was Andrade returning again, only for him to leave a week later, go back to AEW, to then go back to WWE again,
and then we saw a bit more advanced tease for it, and it was a poker chip that sort of gave it away, saying obviously 2026, and it was a WrestleMania.
It was a WrestleMania. Yeah, because for
advert
for 24 hours, these mysterious feet vignettes were popping up online.
Shoes.
I think the one that gave it away for most people was when you saw cowboy boots and jeans.
Yeah.
Which then people said, "Oh, okay, that's Brock Lesnar. This is a WrestleMania thing." But it was nice for 24 hours to have that little bit of hope, wasn't it? It's nice to have that kind of.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying it was Jericho. Because obviously, at one point in his career, he was wearing a suit and he was all,
Would you like to see Chris Jericho back in WWE?
I think that's a story for the Royal Rumble in Saudi. I think that's where my vision is for Jericho.
Your vision, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah, I think on the babyface side we'll probably get Roman Punk. I think we could see LA Knight.
Hmm?
I think we
Potentially,
could see Jay and Jimmy.
There's a lot
That
of
would make
cases
sense.
for a lot of people. It just all depends on who they sort of team up with and choose. Really, I think some of the picks will be obvious, and then they'll chuck in one or two surprises like they've done the last couple of years.
Yeah, I agree. Jack, over to you, my friend.
Yes, another former AEW champion that has now won gold in WWE on the women's side. Tiffy time is over. It is over.
It is.
It is been over for 24 hours now, or a few hours now, and one who managed to dethrone her was Jade Cargill.
The storm has arrived in WWE.
It has, and it's come with full force.
It has. I mean, she was very dominant last night in a match.
Very, which was a shame for Tiffany's case, because I think she tweaked her knee again, I think, at one point.
Because they were asking her, Nick Aldis, just before the match, asked her, are you sure you want to go through with this?
And she was like, yep, I want to defend my title, which is fair play to her. She wants to be a fighting champion, which all intents and purposes she was. She was a fighting champion. She went out on a sword. She, I'd like to say, looked strong in defeat.
Yes.
Words.
The match lasted 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh wow!
So it was very dominant
Well,
by Jade Cargill.
it looks that way, yeah, very. But I'm extremely excited to see what type of new feuds that could be possible now that Jade is champion.
You mean a standalone feud between Jade Cargill and Nia Jax for the next 6 months?
Oh no!
You know what's going to happen, Jack?
I don't want to see Nia for at least another year in the
You
title
know what's
picture.
going to happen, Jack?
I know, but I much prefer like you. I think you've reiterated this on a podcast previously. Bianca Belair rivalry.
I think they saved that for WrestleMania, personally.
Okay,
Excuse me.
it does make sense. That is a sort of WrestleMania caliber match.
It is. It is. I think we'll have it there. I think Tiffany might be injured. I don't think we'll see her for a couple of weeks. I mean, she's been on SmackDown every week, defended her title, and
over 300 days. Crazy.
so I think we probably won't see. We could see her before the end of the year.
302 to be precise.
Could be the end of the year, I think. Before I talk about Jade Cargill, let's talk about the reign of Tiffany Stratton, because
Yes.
just before she became champion, every week on this podcast, you and Curtis would say, we want Tiffany to be champion. She needs to cash in.
She needs to
SmackDown's
cash in
becoming boring.
I think every week, and every sort of major PLE leading up to that point, we were like, Tiffany's going to cash in. Come on.
It's going to happen.
And
And it happened. It did.
It did.
Which Curtis missed when she cashed in, which is
Brilliant.
actually hilarious. But at the time, there were kind of question marks about whether she was ready. She hadn't been on the main roster that long. She hadn't been wrestling for too long. I think she's only been wrestling for 4 or 5 years, which, in comparison to some others on the roster, is quite short. But and her kind of reign starts off a little bit with question marks around the feud with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, and the build up and some of the promos we saw. It wasn't the smoothest ride for Tiffany's WrestleMania journey, or road to WrestleMania, but I think that she's had a really good title run, considering the booking probably hasn't been the best. And I go back to our friend Nia Jax.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Tiffany's reign as champion?
I mean, as you say, the booking was sort of mainly the fault of the writers mainly, and the people she was against at the start of the reign. But I think towards the middle part and towards the end, I think that she done some incredible work with some extremely talented people.
Yes. Please, WWE, we don't want to see Nia Jax involved in another world title feud.
Not for a while.
She's a good wrestler.
Not for a while.
She's a good wrestler, but I think we just got burnt out at this point of constantly week after week at being Nia Jax. I think they'll save Bianca Belair for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have Naomi still champion over on Monday Night Raw. I think in terms of representation, to have 2 black women as champion, I think that would be a really powerful message to send across the world. But I hope Naomi's okay with the pregnancy. Obviously, Big Jim didn't proceed with caution, but
there's been no reports of stuff happening during the pregnancy, so I assume she's coping well.
I can't wait to see that baby involved in the bloodline story in 30 years' time. I'm sure that'll be great for all involved. I'm looking forward to seeing what Jade can do as champion. She was TBS champion in AEW for quite a while. That's the belt that Mercedes Moné has at the moment.
Among many.
Is it 11 belts she has now?
I think it's 12.
It's quite a few. But her matches as champion, because she hadn't been wrestling that long, were very short. They were like squash matches on Rampage or Dark Elevation. Or
she was sort of portrayed as this dominant sort of force, as obviously her namesake is the Storm.
Yeah. But that was the TBS championship. Obviously, she was never world champion. She was undefeated in AEW for a good while, up until losing the TBS championship to Chris Statlander a couple of years ago. But
when she arrived in the company, I thought she was gonna go undefeated for a while.
Me too. She could go undefeated now as champion, and she could hold it for a good 6 to 8 months, and then lose it to Nia Jax. I'm only kidding, of course, or am I? Yeah. What do you see next? In the immediate future, do you see her getting involved in whatever the women's War Games match is? Because that, we could see on the men's side that that's very clear. We're going to have Bron Bronson and Punk and Roman, although people online have said we could see like the MFTs against the Wyatt Six, and I
think there was like 3 avenues of War Games match we could see. Obviously, the MFTs.
I think considering
is one.
It's at Pepco Park, which is a baseball stadium, and they're probably going to have 30 to 40,000 people there. You are going to have as many big names as possible, and I think you have the likes of CM Punk, Roman Reigns involved in this match compared to the MFTs and the Wyatt Six. No offense to those teams, I just think if you're looking to sell more tickets, you're going to sell more with CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
So I think one member of the MFTs has his eyes on the US title.
Which one's that?
Yeah, him. Talatonga.
Tamatonga.
Tamatonga.
What is it with that, by the way? What is it with
it's like a hyena type thing. I think he was going for.
Sounds quite cool, to be fair.
But he was in a backstage segment with
Ilya Dragunov.
Ilya Dragunov.
Have we covered Ilya Dragunov being the new United States champion, or did you and Curtis cover that the week I wasn't here?
I think we did, we covered it. Yeah, we did actually.
Something you didn't cover is Ilya Dragunov keeping the Open Challenge format alive.
I think we did cover something to do with that. I think I said something to do with that. Which
what do you think about the Open Challenge? Still
it's amazing. Obviously, it's tradition for many wrestlers since John Cena have carried it on, which is good. One member of Fraxium put on an amazing show.
That would be Nathan Frazier.
In the match against Ilya Dragunov. Phenomenal.
I will have to watch that
amazing
match.
Highly recommended.
I will definitely go and catch that match because I didn't see it because I was elsewhere on Friday night.
But,
do you we keep mentioning this? It is time for a draft, and I think now Tiffy time is over. I think it is time for a draft.
Yeah, I think,
or some more NXT call-ups just to refresh things and make. Things more interesting.
if it's not now in the lead up to Survivor Series, then I think as soon as Survivor Series is over, they need a draft as soon as possible.
They haven't had one this year. It's going to be nearly 2
very
years
interesting.
since they last had a draft, but
it'd be nice to see is it Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis and those podiums.
Yes, with all they usually get legends in to announce the different picks, but yeah, I just think it's time for a big old refresh. Something that does need a big old refresh before coming towards the end of this week's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena, Jack.
Yes.
We know he's retiring. We know in the month of November, which means one thing and one thing only: he retires next month. Which is so sad to say.
It's a shame. It's very,
I'm
very
sure.
sad.
I'm sure there'll be tears and celebrations and an equal measure. We know a little bit more about who potentially could be his final ever opponent.
Yes, we've received more information in the form of
by John himself.
Sort of hype or promo package for the next couple of weeks, or the next week after Raw this week, I think, where John Cena has said that there will be a tournament to decide his final opponent.
Yes. I like this way forward. We know he hasn't got many dates left on Raw to kind of build up a feud or storyline with someone. So this makes sense. This is a good way to go forward. You don't really need to build a feud with someone, and someone with the career of John Cena for him to be able to do this, and for WWE to put this on, I think is just ultimate tribute to Cena. You mentioned about the US Open Challenge. That was all about giving people a chance to face Cena and test themselves. This is a very similar thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It'll be heavily earned to be John Cena's final opponent.
It will be.
Instead of just them
Gunther will earn it.
Chucking a few together.
Gunther will earn it.
We all know who it's going to be. We all know. No.
Who is it then?
He did say people they don't even work for the WWE, so we might see. Well, I'm hoping to see one Edge or Adam Copeland.
Still?
Yes, the hope is it's there still.
It hasn't died yet.
It's not dying until we maybe a couple of matches into the tournament.
Until, well, let's start there, because I think this is probably the biggest shift we've seen in WWE over the past couple of years since Triple H come in, because we knew that Vince was of the opinion that WWE should be the only wrestling company out there, and it's the one that everyone should, like WWE wouldn't really acknowledge other wrestling promotions. And
very rarely, I think.
Yeah.
I think if ever they done it when Vince was in charge. But
they're doing it now, in terms of, especially with people that don't even work there. I think that line right at the end was kind of like a, ooh, hello.
Yeah.
I've seen speculation already.
I've seen a lot of reaction videos to that promo package or hype package.
I've seen a few names chucked out there.
Everyone was quite shocked to obviously hear the fact that he said there's they don't necessarily have to work for WWE to be in the tournament
No.
or even face him.
I've got a couple of names I think we could see.
Okay.
I think we'll have some TNA names. Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
He mentioned at the start of the year that he would love to face Cena on his retirement tour. He said he caught up with Cena at the Royal Rumble, where Joe Hendry obviously made a surprise appearance.
I think he's
at
obviously
WrestleMania.
I think he's tweeted about it as well. I think
He
at one point.
used to share a photo of his face,
Oh.
like the Joe Hendry entrance
Yeah,
video. So I think
yeah.
we could see Joe Hendry. I don't know how far he could go. I think we'll probably see some AAA names, even though Cena said they technically don't work there. But we all know AAA is owned by WWE. It was in the process of being owned by WWE. You could see maybe Vikingo. I think
I was thinking Vikingo as well.
would be quite cool. Maybe Mr. Iguana, because we know that he's quite popular. I think we could have another surprise TNA name. Probably someone along the likes of Nick Nemeth, maybe Dolph Ziggler.
Oh wow, that would come a bit of a full circle with that.
We know that they've got history there. Could even see someone like Frankie Kazarian, who's been about for forever and have an opportunity to be seen as final opponents. None of these, obviously, I don't think will be, because I think it'll be Gunther, who was involved, who was featured in the promo video yesterday. Someone else who I think could be in the tournament, I'd love to get your thoughts on this,
Okay.
even though you could see it written down on the piece of paper, is Matt Cardona. He's now looking at the notes. And Matt Cardona, Jack. Again,
Yeah.
don't think he'll win it, but
Um,
to be involved, we know
to be
they've got a
involved,
bit of a
definitely.
story and history there 10 years
He
ago.
will. Yeah.
And when
With the whole Kane
Cena cut his very own pipe bomb a couple of
Yeah.
months ago on SmackDown, when he mentioned people who didn't work there,
I think-
he mentioned Matt Cardona.
Was that was during like his feud with Kane or something? But Rise Above Hate thing, I think, or that was before.
Mm. Yeah, I think it was around that time.
Yeah.
So I think we could see a couple of... It won't be full. I think it'll be a 16-man tournament. It could be 32, and you could have like 4 3 or 4-way matches or whatever.
I think they said 16, I believe so.
So I think we'll probably have 6 from Raw, maybe 6 from SmackDown, and then 2 from NXT, 2 from elsewhere, and 2 from somewhere else. Maybe I
The
don't know.
the one that will be interesting to see if we do not see Edge is Dom. Is when I'm.
I
leaning
think they'll
towards.
save that for Survivor Series. I think they will.
True.
I think they will. And we know the Intercontinental title is the only belt the Cena hasn't won.
The only one left.
Surprisingly, considering he's been there for 20 odd years, but I think he's going to win it. I do think he won't hold it for long, obviously, but I think we will see Cena win it before his time is up. Who do you see from NXT being in this tournament?
Obafemi
Yeah,
could be a potential one. Ethan Page, if he's not involved in the War Games Survivor Series.
another name to chuck at you just quickly, Jack, is Jeff Hardy from TNA.
Ooh.
Again, someone else who has history with...
I think the plan will be to chuck in a few notable names that he has had history with, just to sort of maybe throw a red herring in there or at one point. Just keep us guessing, keep us on our
I think we could also
toes.
see someone like Ricky Saints as NXT champion in there. As you say, all ego Ethan Page. I think we could maybe even see some like Lexus King in there. Just some Tony D'Angelo maybe. This is kind of your way to get him on the main roster. But I think on the main roster, though, you'll see people like Sheamus, who's had history with Cena. You'll have The Miz in there. You might have some up-and-coming stars.
The Miz has got to be in there, sure.
You can see some like Penta and Carmelo Hayes and Rusev, who Cena has history with from WrestleMania 31.
He was featured in the package.
He was. He did lose a Saturday Night's main event as well to Dominic Mysterio, which I think after Dom won last night, all but confirms that he will face Cena at some point for the Intercontinental title. Ultimately, we have a difference of opinion. Where do you think Gunther will? Do you think he'll get to the semi-finals? Do you think he could lose to Edge in the final? How do you think it could go?
I think he loses in the semis. I think there's no way he gets in the tournament and doesn't go far. For me, if he is, he was featured in the package, so he probably will be in the mix.
Yeah, I think he'll win and retire Cena. For that Saturday night's main event, do you think the entire thing will be dedicated to Cena, or do you think it'll be?
It's got to be.
Or do you think we'll see what we've seen with Saturday night's main event, like last night, for example, and we'll have matches, then the main event will be Cena's final match? Or do you think it'll go down?
No, I think it'll be a dedication tribute show to him, with a lot of his previous work, like as sort of video packages, maybe.
Are you surprised to start a premium live event? So they have like 3-4 hours for this?
I mean, there is a case. Obviously, he's an absolute legend of the sport. They should, in my opinion, have made a pay-per-view up if they couldn't fit him onto one. The one tagline that's been banded around is "Last Dance." One last dance, or
the last time was
last
now.
dance, or last
That's
time
the name
is
of the
now,
tournament.
I think.
So.
But yeah, I'm happy that he is getting this sort of farewell towards the end, because the whole heel turn was a mess.
The less said about that, the better. Someone else who's potentially playing into heelish ways is Cody Rhodes.
He is. He's been showing more of an aggressive side and a more sort of straight to the point side, which is very nice to see.
He has.
I think Drew's brought out the darkness in him.
I think so as well.
Slightly.
He's still the world champion.
He is.
What did you think of that match?
Among my behest, I picked Drew to win in my predictions. Yeah, it was a very good match. The one thing I didn't really like is the fact that there wasn't many biggish spots. I mean, with the whole if the caveat was if Cody gets disqualified, he'll lose the title, which he got close to 9 and a bit before he managed to climb in. And Drew, as ever, he's done some tremendous work lately. I do see him in the near future, if not in the next couple of months, being world champion again.
Yeah, so do I.
He deserves it massively.
He does. LA Knight also deserves it, but I think that'll come further on down the line. What next for Cody? Do we see him get involved in War Games, or do you think he'll have a match, or what do you think will happen?
I think he'll have a match against one Randy Orton.
Okay.
Which would be a nice match to have on the Survivor Series card.
It will be.
But equally, I could see it happening at Mania, obviously, with the two being such powerhouses of the company and having so much star power between the two.
Yes, me too. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
There's too much star power in this studio right now.
It is.
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Are You Ready Wrestling Podcast. We'll see you soon.